All right, get ready to dive deep, everyone. We're tackling a topic that's as famous as it is misunderstood.
That's right. We're talking about the Big Bang.
Yeah, the Big Bang. It's an idea that has captured the imaginations of scientists and, well, just about anyone who's looked up at the stars and wondered, how did it all begin?
And today we're going beyond those popular images of a giant cosmic explosion to really explore what the Big Bang was and wasn't and what it means for our understanding of the universe.
I think most people, when they hear Big Bang, picture, I don't know, like fireworks or something.
Yeah.
A big burst of light and matter in space. But that's not really accurate, is it?
Not quite. It's a common misconception, but the Big Bang wasn't an explosion in space. It
Yeah.
was the birth of space and time itself.
Whoa, okay, so how do we even begin to grasp that? I mean, was there even a before the Big Bang?
That's where things get really interesting and challenging for human brains to wrap around.
Yeah.
Imagine the North Pole. You can go south from the North Pole, right?
Right, yeah.
But can you go north of the North Pole?
No.
Exactly. There's no north of the North Pole. It's the starting point.
Ah, okay, so I see where you're going with this.
In a similar way, the Big Bang is the starting point of time. Asking what happened before the Big Bang is like asking what's north of the North Pole.
There just isn't a before.
Exact.
Whoa, that's mind-blowing. Okay, so the Big Bang wasn't some giant explosion in space, but the beginning of space and time itself. But then how did the universe get to be so big?
Well, since the Big Bang, the universe has been expanding.
Okay.
Think of it like a balloon inflating.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Every point on the balloon is moving away from every other point.
So it's not that galaxies are flying out from a central point, it's that the space itself is stretching, like the fabric of the balloon.
Precisely. And this expansion, it's still going on, and in fact, it's accelerating.
Accelerating, so things are moving apart faster and faster. That's wild.
Yeah, and it's one of the biggest mysteries in cosmology today. What's causing this acceleration?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, scientists think it's due to something called dark energy, which we don't fully understand yet, but it seems to be this force that's pushing everything apart.
So it's like this invisible hand stretching the fabric of space even faster. And what does that mean for the future?
That's a huge question. Will the universe expand forever? Will it eventually collapse back in on itself? We're still working on figuring that out.
Wow, so the Big Bang is not just the beginning, but it also holds clues to how the universe might end. But if the universe is expanding, doesn't that mean there must be an edge to it somewhere?
That's another one of those misconceptions that's hard to shake. Think back to our North Pole analogy. Does the Earth have an edge at the North Pole?
Well, no. It just kind of curves around.
Right, and in a similar way, the universe doesn't have an edge in the way we normally think about it. Every point in space is moving away from every other point, and this happens everywhere. There's no center, no edge.
Okay, my brain is officially starting to hurt. But even if there's no edge, we can't see all of the universe, right?
That's correct. The universe has a finite age. Yeah.
And since light travels at a finite speed,
Right.
there's a limit to how far we can see back in time.
Ah, so it's like a horizon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we call this the observable universe.
So the observable universe is just the part we can see right now,
Exactly.
but the universe itself likely extends far beyond that.
Absolutely. There could be countless galaxies, stars, planets, maybe even other forms of life beyond what we can see.
That's incredible. And a bit humbling, too, isn't it?
It really is. And while the Big Bang Theory leaves some questions unanswered, it's one of the most amazing achievements in science. We've been able to trace the history of the universe back to its earliest moments. We can see the echoes of the Big Bang in the cosmic microwave background radiation.
So we've journeyed back to the beginning of time, grappled with the mind-bending idea of a universe without a before, and explored its vast, possibly infinite nature.
And yet, even with all we've learned, there are still so many mysteries to unravel.
Like, what triggered the Big Bang in the first place? What was there before space and time? And what lies beyond the horizon of our observable universe?
Those are questions we'll have to keep exploring. And maybe, just maybe, future deep dives will hold the answers.
Until then, keep looking up and keep wondering.
And thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the Big Bang.
It's been a pleasure exploring with you.
And we'll see you next time when we dive into another fascinating corner of the universe.
See you then.